Hi everyone, welcome to this new video. We are going to talk about chess books. There's a special offer that's going on at the ChessBase India shop right now. It's the clearance sale and we have an offer which I think we haven't done many times before. It's that when you purchase 2 books from the ChessBase India shop, you get 1 free. And there's another one where if you buy 3 books, you get 1 free. Okay. So let me tell you which book is available for free. If you buy any 2 books from the shop, you can get the Silicon Road to Chess Improvement absolutely free of cost. Now, what is this book? By the way, it's a wonderful book. It's written by Matthew Sadler, who is a very well-known chess grandmaster, author, and he has written about chess engine training methods, opening strategies, middle game techniques. So Matthew Sadler has already written a book when Alpha Zero came out and how the games of it against Stockfish panned out, and it was a very cool book, and this is a sequel to it. And you can see here, let's have a look at these are the chapters: Chess Engines 101, Technical Notes, Training with Engines, Introduction to Themes, Introduction to Opening Themes, Defend Like an Engine, Attacking Rhythm, Entrenched Pieces, and there are many interesting topics here. I'm just, let's say, curious about Introduction to Opening Themes. Let's look at page 70. And so this is the one, and you can see that in the King's Indian, this structure, it talks about this position, then this structure, then some other structures as well. It's a very different way of looking at chess that has been spoken about in this book. And so if you were to purchase any 2 books from the shop, you get this one free. Now if you decide to get 3 books from the shop, any 3 books, then you can still get this one free, but you have an option between another 4 books. So you can choose from any of these 5 books that are there. So you have Levi Rosman's How to Win at Chess. This is a nice book. You know, it's basically for beginners who are starting off chess and want to get to a certain level. There is Kramnik's The Inside Story of a Chess Genius. It's written by Carsten Hensel, who was his manager, and that's an interesting book on Kramnik's life story. There is The Winning Book by Nigel Short, and you know, Nigel Short is has written about his own games in this book. It's a very cool book, so you can check this out as well. And then you have Frederick Friedel and Christian Hesse's Chess Stories. And this book is actually published by ChessBase India. It has stories of Frederick Friedel, him meeting many of the amazing great players. Like you can see here, his first encounter was with Oliver Botvinnik Tal. Then he speaks about Nigel Short, Boris Spassky, and so on, Gary Kasparov, Vishy Anand. And there are very nice pictures in it. It's a beautiful book that is there. And in between Frederick's encounters with the greats are maths chapters by Christian Hesse. He talks about different maths problems and how it relates to chess. So I think a wonderful book. And so you can choose one of these 5 books if you take 3 books from our shop. Now, I just wanted to talk about a few books in our shop which may have gone unnoticed. You may not have seen it because these are the new books that have come in. One of them I think not many people know about is Kasparov versus Karpov. This match, Kasparov on Modern Chess Part 4. And this is a very cool book that you can find in our shop. The Longest Game. This is the match between Kasparov and Karpov. It's also there. Then the book on Mark Dvoretsky's life. This is also available in our shop. The Game Changer, exactly, this was the book that I wanted to talk about. This is actually Matthew Sadler's book, you know, the first one, The Game Changer, where it talks about how Alpha Zero managed to use some great techniques to beat stockfish, and then this book came about. There's also My Great Predecessors that we now have in our shop. You can see this one, My Great Predecessors is here. We have the amazing woodpecker method in hardback. If you haven't got it yet, it's basically 1100 positions to solve, and all in very nice games of world champions. So I think this is a wonderful book. We have the Arthur Yusupov series. Arthur Yusupov has written a series of 9 books along with the 10th book of revision, which is a wonderful curriculum for you to improve. It's called Boost Your Chess, Build Your Chess, and Chess Evolution. You can check this out. You have this one. Actually, I've been using it. This is my copy here. In fact, today my session at Temple of Chess, I taught from this book. It's 100 endgame studies you must know, and you will see that there are on one page one study, and I think you can do one every day. And if you do that, I think it will help you in your calculation a lot. So this is a great book by Jan Timman. We have 100 endgames you must know, the best-selling book, and this book is available in stock. This is also Yusupov series. Oh, the Soviet Chess Primer, an amazing book for any beginner to improve, and it's written in such a refreshing way. In fact, if you see, it's written a remarkable book from which I learned to play chess, Kasparov, a wonderful book by Anatoly Karpov. So here you can see it's very differently written, this book. You will see a very weird positions. Chess is taught in a very refreshing way here, and I really like this book. Actually, even if you're a strong player who wants to have like a knowledge which is slightly different, positions which are exciting, interesting, this is a good one for you. 100 endgame patterns you must know. So this is the 100 endgames you must know here, but now you have the 100 endgame patterns, and these patterns are different patterns. Like for example, rook versus 3 connected pawns. Now, how should you try and play against it? So there are many different positions of that theme, and then slowly you kind of get a grasp of these patterns. And so this book could be very, very useful for you. There is a book which is, I think, very well received. It's on Alexandra Maltsevskaya. This is the player here. It's written by her coach Alexander Golkin. It's called The Mental Game, and it's the story of how she went on to become a world junior champion. And this book is very cool. It also has a lot of pictures inside it that are taken by Amruta, because this is a tournament which we went to cover. These are all pictures by Amruta from Turkey. So every round is annotated. This is also, I think, this one as well, and so this is a nice book. It's a very different concept. 2 books of Jeremy Silman which should not be missed: Silman's Complete Endgame Course and Reassess Your Chess. Beautiful books worth looking at if you are a beginner, right, who wants to get knowledge of endgames. This is your book. Once you do this, you can go to 100 endgames you must know. This is one. And then you can go to 100 endgame patterns you must know, which is slightly more advanced. So you can start with this, then go to this. If you are looking for positional play in chess, this one is excellent. Like for example, if you want to improve how to make plans in any position, what is a good knight, bad bishop, good pawn structure, this is your book. Boris Gelfand has come up with an excellent book series, 4 books: positional play, technical play, major piece endgames, dynamic play. This one is technical decision making. Very nice book, quite an advanced one. I would recommend it for players about 2000 or 2200. Then you have how to study chess on your own workbook, and this one is for 18 to 2100. I think there's also for other levels. You can see here it has positions, find a mini plan, and then it also has some points that are given, exercises. So this book, if you want to study chess on your own, you can give yourself points. It's a very nice book that has been written. RB Ramesh's Improve Your Chess Calculation, an excellent book if you want to improve your calculation, but don't think that it's easy, but there's a lot of explanation given. So a lot of variations plus a lot of explanations, and I think it's a great book. I think one of our best selling books. We may have sold more than 1,500 or 2,000 copies of these books. Woodpecker method, positional play. If you have already seen woodpecker method here that we have, this is part 1. This is about tactical puzzles, 1,100 of them. And then we have positional play, 1,000 puzzles in this as well. So if you are looking for something to improve your positional play, this is a good one. Recently, I asked Ethan Vaz, which book do you read? He's India's 96 GM. And he said this book, which is the Theoretical Rook Endgames by Sam Shankland. And this book is very cool. And it says Grandmaster Knowledge Series. So if you want to know about the Lucena position, one pawn basic knowledge, Vankura defense, Vankura transition, side cut, all of this is explained beautifully in this one. So if you ever want to refresh upon your theoretical endgames, earlier the go-to book was Dvoretsky's Endgame Manual, but Dvoretsky's Endgame Manual was one book for all endgames, while this one is just for the theoretical rook endgame. So Sam Shankland has done a very thorough job in this one. Then you have Sultan Khan's book, Sultan Khan, the great chess player, and he went on to beat Capablanca. This book has his entire story. It's written by Daniel King. The only book ever written by Magnus Carlsen, it's The Secrets of the 16th World Champion. It's called Grind Like a Grandmaster. And if you want to improve your technical play, like you want to become good at nurturing a small advantage, this is your book. And you will see that there's a lot of explanations, and then there are a lot of moves as well. In fact, this is actually a video series of Magnus and David Howell on Chessable, and from that they've made the book. So it's a very cool one. And lastly, I have these couple of books if you are into chess quizzing. The chess quiz book, the chess pub quiz book by Dimitri Renderman, with all these very cool stuff inside. So if you are into trivias and all of it, this could be the book that you would like. And then Gary Kasparov on Kasparov. There is Kasparov versus Karpov. In fact, there was one book that we began with. You will see that this one has all the games of Kasparov versus Karpov from 88 to 2009, while this one is just 86 to 87. The thing is, they played so much against each other. They played so many world championship matches. All of these amazingly annotated. If you ever want to get into those games, into the mindset of Gary Kasparov on how he managed to become one of the greatest in the world, this should be a good book. And there are many more. So our shop has incredible books. This was just a small demo of what the books are there. And just so that you can buy them, we have this amazing offer going on of 2+1 or 3+1, where you have these books which are freely available. So please do check it out. I'll put the link in the description. For now, this is Sagar Shah signing off. I'm inside the new ChessBase India office. The tour of this place has to wait for another video. For now, bye bye.